Welcome guys to episode 228 of Hello Dysfunction.
I'm Darla.
I'm Patafria.
I'm also Crystal.
Why don't you tell us how much you love being a dog owner? Please.
It has me feeling spicy.
I just came in here and sat down. I'm just like, I'm not even... You see, I tried to be like, oh, poor thing. It's tummy.
I'm going to the room. I'll be in the room.
Its tummy probably hurts. So you wouldn't kill it.
I almost want to post a photo that Stevie took of the mess so that...
You understand the scale.
Of that, and so people understand that pets aren't just like cute little things to look at. Like,
and to gift people and to fucking... Right. Yeah.
Huge fucking responsibilities. We came in the morning when we leave. It varies, but lately we've been putting the dogs in their crates, and then they're only in their crates like 5 hours, and then we come home, let them out, and they have free run. Mm-hmm. Well, they were put in their crates this morning, and Naya didn't shut the door from the kitchen to the rest of the house. Zach was able to get out of his crate, and I guess he had diarrhea, and he proceeded to diarrhea all over the kitchen floor. He then went
It was so much. It was like, I saw it, and I was like, should I just fucking leave? Like...
Should we record tomorrow? Because this is bad.
But I can't, like, schedule-wise, like, stuff we have to do, like...
It wouldn't have worked. We've been trying to stay on track lately.
So that we get the content out as soon as possible, and be consistent.
Pretty predictable what day it's coming.
Yeah.
So...
But I was just like, oh, shit.
Then I went in our living room, our other living room, and the mid-mod one, and there's diarrhea all over the floor in there. He had taken apart the cat's water fountain. Just a disaster. It took about an hour, probably 45 minutes to clean everything up.
Which was quick, because I was like sitting here like, oh my God, like...
I knew if
just take your time.
I knew if I saturated everything really good with cleaner, it would wipe up way easily.
Yeah.
So I did that. It doesn't make me in the greatest mood.
Yeah.
It's not his fault.
It's not something pleasant to come home to, but I used to have to like... I don't miss being a dog owner and having surprises like that. And in my apartment, I had a pony. So when my dog had diarrhea or something, it was like
more than a grown man,
an adult grown man, a overweight adult grown man shitting on my carpet. Like it was like, imagine on carpet. No. Like it was a lot of times. No wonder you
were stressed out,
crying and shit. I would be like, I'm just gonna put a sign that says free and like let her find a home.
It's a lot, and a lot of times people
I'm not cut out for it.
Well, and a lot of times people don't think about those parts.
I didn't.
For you, right?
I learned the hard way. I wanted my dream dog. I didn't even think
to warn you.
Yeah. Well, I was so excited and spontaneous, and like I do things on impulse, and I think I had already sent the deposit in the middle of the night, and I got Lev on board to drive me down to go get it. And his
not a good voice of reason
ever. He's not going to go against what I say.
He's like, let's do it.
In his brand new Mercedes SUV, we had no carrier, nothing. We went down there just on a fucking vibe. It was just vibes. It was just vibes and like music,
hopes and prayers.
We drove to Southern California and got this Great Dane. I had never had a dog before. And
you choose to get the biggest breed possible
for an apartment owner. Like, what?
And typically Great Danes are couch potatoes. They do well in apartments. You got the oddball.
But they're also like a bull in a china shop. And the young ones have energy bursts, zoomies.
And if as a pet owner, you have to be okay with knowing that your stuff could potentially get fucked up. You just have to. You know,
and me
they're
telling
animals.
myself I'm a dom, like I'm gonna get that dog in check. Like that dog was
That's
dragging my pregnant body through the
sobbing
apartment.
in the apartment.
Yes, I still remember crying one night because she like took off and was galloping through at night through the parking lot, and I was like, oh my god, somebody's gonna fucking hit her. I'm crying. I was walking back to my apartment to call William to come
help you
get her and corral her and bring her back home. And this lady, I think she was like an older white lady, was coming towards me where we were passing each other, and I was crying, and she goes, girl, I feel you, I'm in the same boat, I feel you. And I was thinking, no, I'm pretty sure you're not chasing
a Great Dane,
a Great Dane, and that's why you're crying through the parking lot.
8 months pregnant.
I'm sure you're crying, but thank you for the support.
No, for real,
for the encouragement, but I'm pretty sure we're not in the same boat on this one.
The dog, so Mark, if some of you guys didn't see, I posted her all over social media, but Mark found a female pit bull
who's really cute,
running on the exit of the freeway, and he saved her. And we had her the last week, and she was so fucking well behaved.
Really?
No food aggression. She took shit out of your hand so gently. When she was eating, I would grab her bowl and mess with her. Nada. I didn't check to see if she was cat aggressive. Our dogs didn't want to play with her. She was curious about them, but Zach was being a fucker. His world rules around Beverly, so
he's following her lead or what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, no, Bev was like scared because she's so tiny, but Zach was just a dick. But she wasn't fixed. She definitely was used for breeding and dumped. She was severely fucking underweight. Her little bones were sticking out.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. But she was fucking, I miss her really bad.
I didn't meet her in person. I only saw the videos of her on the forklift and stuff at work. Yes. I just saw her work videos. I didn't meet her in person.
All she wants to do is be by a human, give you kisses. Just very
she's hella
obedient,
pretty. Pits are very pretty in the face.
She's all black. I miss having a pit bull really bad.
Yeah.
If we had a bigger home, I would have kept her. For those that don't know, an owner has 30 days to pick up a pet. So if you find an animal, by law,
that's before you could like register it and all that.
Before you can get it spayed or neutered, before you can rehome it.
How do they know? How do they know? Like if I was to take her to get licensed right now, could I do that, or what do you mean? They would have a record of her, or
if you've posted trying to find the owners, they could figure it out. I don't know if they look that extensively, I guess.
Especially with pits, I feel like they're trying to home any pit.
For sure. I kind of work, I guess, on the fucking honor code. So knowing that, I was trying to find a foster for her just
for that time.
For the 30-day. It just was really a lot here. We were having to swap dogs out of rooms, and we have 8 cats. We ended up taking her to the Marin Humane Society, which is like a very wonderful facility.
Bougie.
Very. They take very good care of the pet, the animals there.
They're a no-kill.
They're typically no-kill. And she's so good. So Mark told them we want to be notified when she goes up for adoption. We want to make sure she gets adopted. If she doesn't, we'll probably pull her and find a rescue to take her, because she's that good of a dog. I've never just that. I'm a cat girl.
Yeah.
But that dog, man, she reminds me so much of my old dog. So, but again, dogs are a lot of responsibility. And how about don't use them for profit and then fucking dump them?
Yeah, that's shitty.
Right now, remember for a while, it was a Chihuahua wave. Chihuahuas were the end dogs. Then Pits were the end dogs.
Yeah.
Rots have been the end dogs. Right now, Frenchies are the end dogs. Everybody has to go get a Frenchie.
Yeah.
It makes me mad. They're not a fucking accessory. It just bothers me.
Yorkies were that at one point. Frenchies are the new Yorkies.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
One of our listeners just went and took a trip to get a Frenchie. That's really cute.
It is cute.
I mean, I get it. With certain breeds, you have to deal with breeders to preserve the breed. Great Danes are one of those. Like, you're not going to come across a Great Dane.
For
you're
sure.
not going to come across like a poodle. You know what I'm saying? Like certain breeds, but like, I just wish there weren't so many like
they're overbred,
bullies and like pits and like fucking it's really the breeders trying to sell them for like $5,000 and shit, and then they end up with all these unsold dogs. And like, I know a lot of breeders personally that are still to right now, like these dogs are aging and you're not getting rid of them, and like, you know, either lower your price or like fucking.
and they're being overbred. Like the breed itself is being overbred because it's the in dog right now. My brother went to a house to do a call, and there were people in an apartment that were breeding them, and the mom dog had already had her so many litters of puppies, and so the person was like, I'm getting rid of her now, I'm selling her. And like that
the
type
mom?
of the mom that made that fucking person all that fucking money, now they're just getting rid of her. That type of shit. But that's what people do when a dog is popular. Like, it's the popular breed.
Yeah.
That's what fucking happens. People want quick money. So,
but like, so like if the mom's no use to them anymore, like max amount of breeding, and then that's really fucked up.
And Frenchies,
just don't be a dog pimp. I don't know. I just feel like if you're going to breed dogs, maybe don't breed them until they're like useless to you. Don't have that ethically. You know, like, don't be greedy. I think greed is what fucks that up.
Don't use the parents and then fucking
discard the parents.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that's
it's fucked up. And there's just so many fucking there's just so many animals that need homes. Like the pounds, even no-kill shelters right now are euthanizing because there's just no fucking room.
Yeah, and that makes me sad.
It is. It's fucked up.
The other day, this man was walking to the dumpster by my building, and I never saw him before. He might have just moved in or something, but he was walking two dogs on leashes. One was a fucking beagle, and one was a wiener dog. And those are both like two of my favorite breeds.
You
and
love
I was
wieners.
Like, oh my fucking God. Like, I was looking like, oh, I got hella excited. A beagle, like, it had long ears.
They're
and
so
it was like,
cute.
Oh,
you know what I really love?
They were all happy walking, and I'm looking like, I love both of them. When I get excited,
you're all, do you want to be friends?
Yes, like another neighbor has a corgi, and they have little butt cheeks.
They have fucking ass
butt cheeks. When I see funny breeds like that, I get all excited, and I'm like, I should just get one. And then I remember having to clean up shit and throw up, or like
and
tearing up my stuff. And I really like to take good care of my stuff, and like walking them, and like
the carpet being ate.
Dog babysitters when I want to go somewhere for a couple days. Like, I can't do it. I really can't. I need to just like be able to visit dogs or something. Like, maybe,
you know, you can, there's rescues that need fosters of little dogs, and the thing is, little dogs get adopted very fast right now. Like, if you go in the shelters, it's all big dogs.
Yeah, true.
You could totally foster little dogs
that might
for
be
a week
cute.
or two at a time.
Yeah. And then that
it'll,
way,
like, get
it's
your
not
fix.
so much. Yeah, but I get the dopamine without all the responsibility. That would be cool.
It's like being a dog grandma.
Yeah.
For sure.
I should look into that. Because I get really excited when I see certain breeds. I get fucking giddy. And then I'm like, reality sets in. Like, no, you can't. Like, you already learned you can't.
I really love basset hounds. You know, the fucking... They're big, long
face
ears
and everything. Yeah,
one of Mark's coworkers had one, and it was a little old man, and he was kind of a dick, though. He would bite. He was a fucker.
They look like they would bite and be grumpy old men.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
like them, though.
Yeah, so just...
And a bloodhound. Like, I've never seen a bloodhound in person, but if I ever did, you're coming home with me. Like, certain breeds, I'm definitely a dog fan. I would have to just make it work. I was telling, I think it was when we were at Solano Stroll, we saw a min pin. And you know,
cute.
A miniature Doberman, and it had like little ears sticking up, and it looked all like official but tiny as fuck. And I was like, we had one when Stinkers and Mona were little. We had one that we had got from a friend of my ex-husband, and his name was Bruno.
Oh, how
and he was
cute.
like little, and I had got him a little spiked collar, and he was so cute. But he came in my house and he had diarrhea all over my fucking house. I'm talking about everywhere.
And you flipped out.
And I was like, call so and so and tell them they could come get him tomorrow. I can't do this, because at that time too, I was working full time.
You had little kids,
and I had little kids on top of that, and I was just like, yeah, I cannot fucking do this. So Bruno got up out of there quick.
Aww.
But he was really cute too, really fucking cute.
Yeah, they're fucking cute, but man, they come with big responsibilities.
They do. Don't ever gift someone a dog. Like, when I see that, I'm like, oh my God, that's like the worst. If someone gifted me a dog, like, we're gonna fight. I see people surprised, like, you can't do that. They're not gifts like that. Like, you can't. That comes with so much responsibility.
Yeah, you got to make sure fucking somebody really has been wanting a fucking
like on
dog.
their wish list or something, or they picked it out for an idea or something. Don't just randomly.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And maybe check the fucking shelter.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
First, yeah. Today when I went to get our coffee,
what'd you do?
I pulled up to the window laughing because I wasn't paying attention. I was like on Instagram or something, and I had this playlist going, and it's like girl rapper playlist. And you know, I'm a Sukiana fan, and she's very vulgar.
Very.
And I pull up to the window, and like my windows are down.
It's like, shove your fingers in my pussy, bitch.
This song and the lyrics. The lyrics are, what time you want to get up in this pussy? And it was,
you pull
it's
up,
like,
you're like, hi
Antonio. I don't know if that's his name down the street, but I was like, oh my fucking God, I hope he did not. I'm like scrambling to
I hope
turn
it was
off.
Antonio too.
Is that his name? Then that's him.
Latin?
Yes,
I love him.
Okay, then I don't know if I remembered the name right. I'm pretty sure that's
he's great.
Okay, so I pulled up. I don't know if he heard it, but I was like laughing when I went to pay, and I was thinking, if he fucking heard that, he's probably like, this bitch needs to turn that down.
He knows you're my friend, so he knows you're not all there. So.
And he knows the order, I'm sure. That's a dead gift. Whenever I order our order at that place, I'm like, they know I'm not Crystal, because I'm not trying to make small talk, but they probably know this is for her.
For sure. Oh my God, that's great.
But what time you want to get up in this pussy was for sure.
And you're like, hey.
Loud blaring out the windows.
Speaking of small talk.
Yes.
I met somebody that takes the cake. And I was reading.
Crazy person is who you met.
No. And you know, we all know I love talking. I love meeting people. I like that they tell me all their stuff, or they feel comfortable enough. I really like that. Mm-hmm. Well, I met someone who is above and beyond me. I won't say his full name, but first name is Tony. And older man from the Bronx. And Italian and Spanish. Owns a film company. He actually worked on the Mothman prophecies.
Who is this, and where did you find him?
A filmmaker. I walk in Superstop.
You know? What?
I walk in Superstop, and he's like doing his lotto tickets, and I'm trying to check my scratcher, and he said something to me, and about sending in second chance for your scratchers. You can send them in for second chance to enter a drawing or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, my Nona used to fill them out and mail them in. I said, yeah, we went through her shed not too long ago, and we found
duffel bags full
of 90s, early 90s scratchers. And he was like, really, he thought it was so cool. And he was like, you Italian? I see you said Nona. You know, he has a thick ass accent. God. I'm not even trying to do it, but we got to talking a little bit, and like, I know his whole life story, but I was trying to like get going.
One of your people.
And I couldn't. And but it was interesting hearing his story. He told me about his dad.
What if you found out they were all lies?
Girl.
He was schizophrenic. He told you all lies while you were in there.
Very entertaining.
I think about that sometimes, like when people run their mouth to me, and I'm like, what if they made all of that up?
He's like, I used to run.
He was trying to impress you.
He was like, I used to run with Van Halen in the 70s. Like, so much shit. Like,
oh my God, Tony. Enough.
Tony, you're fucking cool.
That's funny.
Fucking talkers.
We just got back from Disneyland yesterday.
For Peez, happy birthday trip.
Yes, we took her. It was nice.
Was she thrilled?
Yeah, she had a really good time.
Did she like the characters?
She wasn't really tripping off of them. She waved, but she wasn't like super impressed. I don't know if she remembered them from the last time she went or what. But you know, like a couple parades walked by and she waved at them or whatever. But she wasn't like trying to get out her stroller and get to them or anything.
She's like, take me to Toad's Magic Adventure.
We went to that.
Did
we
you?
went with the ride. Yeah, we went to that. She actually pooped before she got on that, and I looked at Bunny while we were in line, and I was like, do I smell something?
You guys were the stinky group.
And we both looked at each other in sheer horror, and we were like, don't tell me. And we asked her, and she was like, no, and then changed the subject and was like, flower. And we were like, don't change the subject. And we were like, why would you do that? Why would you fucking do that? So that was fun, but she liked the ride, and it was funny because like the ones
she likes the rides.
Yeah, hella
love it.
And the ones that are dark when you go inside, like Roger Rabbit and like you know, all the attractions that are in rooms that are dark, the Haunted Mansion and shit. She was hella scared, like trying to crawl up my shoulder. Hella scared, but also very interested and like happy.
I like Haunted Mansion.
Happy to be in there. So it was good. It was really good. I thought it was going to be a gloomy day because we got there on Sunday, and it was, and I was excited. Like, oh, we're gonna have like hoodie weather tomorrow. No, it was like 85 degrees. I thought it was gonna not be that crowded because we went on a Monday, and Debbie had went like that Wednesday prior, and from her videos I said it didn't look crowded, so I was excited. No, it was packed the fuck out. So whatever, I was like, let's just pace ourselves.
Did you take her on Small Wonder?
Yes.
I mean, Small World.
It's a small yeah, I was like, absolutely.
We went Small Wonder.
Yeah, no, I did, and I was able to use a fast pass for that, so we were only in line for like fucking 10 minutes.
Did she like it?
Loved it.
Oh,
loved it. Yes. So I got a bunch of pictures. I'm gonna make a post. Excuse me. It was just me, Bunny, and her.
What a cute.
And it was great.
Yeah.
It was a girls' trip.
I love that.
We stayed at this hotel. Like, there's like little hotels right directly across the crosswalk from the entrance. Right.
Yeah.
There's like Denny's right there, and then there's like. So we stayed at one that. The last time I went to Disneyland was when Stinkers and Mona were little, and we had stayed there. So we stayed at that same place. And they, for some reason, they gave us a big ass room. It had like 2 queen beds, and then it had bunk beds, a set of bunk beds in there. For her, she thought that was part of Disneyland. Like, it had stairs.
She's like, let's just stay here.
Oh my God. She was so
stairs.
Yes.
Oh, she was
stairs
thrilled.
Going up to the top bunk. And she was
stairs.
So fucking excited. Yes. You would have thought that was an attraction. So she loved it. And yeah, it was cool. We you know, went to eat and everything. She was pretty well behaved for the most part. Some of the lines, she was getting impatient. I expected that, though.
Yeah, for sure. But
overall, she did pretty good. The funniest part, and I started to tell Mark this story, but I was like, let me save it for when I record. Our valet person at the hotel was a Filipino man. And I didn't understand what she was saying at first, but like, I was like giving him the keys, and then I went around to the back seat to get her out of her car seat, and she was like, a mark. And I was like, what? I didn't know what she was saying.
She's like,
and
Uncle.
Then she was like, a mark please, and was pointing to him and reaching her arms. And I looked at Buddy, and she was like, racist? Peez, you're racist. And it took me a minute to realize what she was saying, and I was like, oh my fucking God. I had to tell her, that's not Mark, that is not Uncle Mark. And she was going, a mark please. She
wanted Filipino uncle. Oh,
she thought there was like another Filipino Uncle
Mark. I love it how she calls all older women grandma.
Yes, she did that a couple times.
Fuck.
Yes, and a mark.
Oh,
a mark please. Yeah,
I love that.
That was funny. We went to the movies because we were like killing time the day before. So we went to see Ninja Turtles. She was so fucking bad in that theater. It had the kind of reclining seats, you know. Oh, she was hitting switches like hydraulics the whole movie.
Whole fucking movie.
I was like, she's gonna break this shit. Mm-hmm. The whole fucking movie. Doing it like a slide. She would put it all the way up and then slide. I was like, I'm going to fucking kill you in this movie theater.
She's like, fuck the movie, I'm here for the chairs.
I wanted to die after driving all them hours, and then she would not chill out. I wanted to fucking die. But whatever. We had fun.
Had a good time.
She had fun everywhere we went. So Yeah, it was fun.
You want to talk about your fun incident on your drive home?
Oh God, yeah, I don't even think I have that in my notes.
I'm sitting and at the trailer, and all of a sudden Bunny's calling my phone, and I knew they were driving home, and I know if Bunny's calling my phone, it's involving the police.
Yes.
If you're driving, like, I already knew that.
Yeah.
So I answered it. I'm glad I did.
I immediately was just like, I think you should probably call Auntie Crystal. Okay, so we're driving. Yes, I'm speeding. Who isn't on the 5?
On the 5.
On the fucking 5.
You do 100.
I'm safely speeding, right? So I'm driving, and I didn't notice him, but up ahead, there was a fucking CHP facing me. So, of course, he hit my plate before I could even realize he was there. So, I'm like, great, we're about to get pulled over. Sure enough, I see him get on the highway, and I'm telling Bunny, I'm like, we're getting pulled over, and she's like, oh my God, and I'm like, it's fine, whatever. Like, I have all my paperwork and everything in order. I don't have any warrants this time,
right?
Like,
we're good.
I was pissed. I was like, I ain't been pulled over in fucking years, so. Whatever, I pull over, and he like walks up on my car, and like he did some weird shit. He like dragged his finger on the side of my door. I'm watching him in the mirror, and I'm wondering, why did he do that?
Why?
It made me feel like, did you mark my car for sex traffickers? Like, my brain, and like, I don't know. I just watched him intentionally do it, and I thought that was hella
Not
fucking
only that,
weird.
your greasy ass finger. Why are you rubbing my car?
Why are you doing that? Right. So that already had me weirded out, and I'm like, hey. So he's like, yeah, so I got you going 97 miles per hour. And I'm thinking in my head, no, you didn't. But I wasn't finna argue with him.
Yeah.
So I just was like looking at him, and he was like, he paused, and he goes, actually, it was 91. I'm sorry. And I was like, okay. And so he goes, did you know that you were going that fast? And I was like, no, I didn't. And he's like, you didn't? And I'm like, no, I didn't. When I saw you, I let my foot off the gas. He goes, because I noticed that you slowed down. And I'm like, yeah, when I saw you, I just let my foot off the gas. I didn't brake. Like, I just let my foot off the gas when I saw you. So, he's like, okay. So he's like asking for registration and everything, and I give him my license and stuff, and then I'm like, I don't have an actual card, like I have an app for my insurance, so I'm like, let me pull it up for you on my phone. He walks off. So whatever, he never checked that, but he's like, I can see him in my mirror get on the phone. Usually they just do the walkie-talkie shit, run my name, run my
sit in their car, run it in,
make sure it's okay, write me a ticket. You would have thought this was his first ticket he had ever wrote. So he's on the phone, and he's like, hand on his head like this, and like pacing. And I'm like, what is the problem? Like 6 minutes go by, and I'm like, okay, any day now. And I'm getting irritated because I'm like watching him talk on the phone all this time. And I'm like, what the fuck is the holdup? Like, everything is good. So he comes back up to me, and he's like, I'm just going to get you for speeding. Like, you know, I understand. He asked me where we were going, and I told him we left Disneyland. We're on our way home. And he's like, I understand you want to get home, but like, you know, can you please watch your speed, because whatever, it's dangerous over here. The shit that happens be due to speed. And I'm like, okay, got it. Okay. So he hands me a ticket. I'm like, thank you. And he leaves. I'm driving. 5 or 6 minutes go by. Here he comes, weaving in and out of traffic to come find me again, gets back on me. And I'm immediately thinking, like, he never had me sign the ticket. Like, maybe that's why, right?
Yeah. That's when Bunny called me. And
so I'm like, okay, so we're getting stopped again. And he's like, I don't know. It just felt weird. So I'm like, you should probably call Auntie Crystal.
He said, what did he say?
Oh, he said, did he say?
He said, I need to validate some things. Because you said, did you pull me over again because I need to sign because I didn't sign the ticket? Like, you forgot to have me sign it? And he was like, that, and I need to validate a few things.
Yeah. And so I'm thinking, what could you possibly have to validate? Like, I have everything you asked for. I have registration. I have insurance. I have a fucking license.
It just didn't feel right.
Yeah. And then the dragging the finger on my car made me weirded the fuck out. So I'm sitting there, and this time he takes even longer, and he's pacing, and he's on the phone, and he's hella sweaty the second time he pulls me over. And I'm just like feeling hella weird. Like, this is shady.
I'm like, give me all the numbers.
So I'm reading to you like the license plate of his car and shit off the ticket, and like I'm his name, like, you know, it just felt hella shady. And like, you know, I have 2 little kids in the car, and like you're taking hella fucking long this time. And really, I think it's because the ding dong didn't have me fucking sign the ticket,
and he didn't want to look dumb.
Right.
So he made up the other shit.
There's nothing else that you could validate. What the fuck else could you possibly have to validate? Write the goddamn ticket.
Right. But in the meantime, you're making a single woman with kids in the car, little kids, feel uneasy.
And freak out. I'm like, is he waiting on backup? Because that's usually when they stall like that. You know, I've been taken to jail enough times to know.
I know the drill.
That's usually what's happening is we're waiting on another unit to arrive, or we're waiting on a tow truck or something, you know? But the whole time I'm just telling myself, like, no, it can't be no shit like that because everything's good, you know?
Right.
But yeah, it freaked me out, and I was pissed, and I was like, I'm going to fucking dispute the ticket. Not only because you tried that 97, 91, fuck you. Like,
you don't even know.
And you don't even know. You
so
didn't have, this is all like weird amateur shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have me sign it. You came back to get me. You should have just chalked that at that point.
For sure.
But whatever. He probably didn't want to look stupid. Like, why isn't there a signature on this?
Right.
But I'm gonna dispute it. I'm gonna go to show up.
I'll ride with
and
you.
Hopefully he don't show up, and then, you know, maybe it gets thrown out.
Yeah, and then we can find a thrift store.
Yeah, while we're in the valley or whatever. Fuck him. That pissed me off.
No, that wasn't
And I was tired. Like, Peez had a fever. That's what I should have said, because I had a Ziploc bag with like Motrin, Tylenol, Vicks, hella shit in my front seat. I should have been like, I was going fast because my daughter has a fucking fever, and guilted him. But I didn't think about that till after.
She's throwing up.
She's back here with diarrhea and a fever. So
you're rude.
She really did have a fever though. Another thing while I was on that drive, every now and then I come across the worst possible podcast episode I think I've ever heard in my fucking life. A crime story, a murder. Every now and then I stumble across one that I think is the worst I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Which one was it?
And this one might have taken the cake. The winner before this one was that mother that was in like, I don't know, New York or something, and had her 13 and 14-year-old kids in the freezer or something.
I won't listen to that one.
That one, and then she was like talking shit about the kids.
And
like,
she had like schizophrenia or something, right? Yeah, like
during her testimony. That one I thought was bad.
That was a Sword and Scale episode.
Yes. This is one, was another Sword and Scale.
I probably heard it.
So it was... Oh, I thought my phone died. I was about to say this episode is over. This one, David Renz.
What'd he do?
He's a 29-year-old pedo, and he fucking carjacked a mother and her daughter when they were leaving her gymnastics class in the mall.
And the mom was laying there dying?
Yes.
Yeah,
and
I heard
daughter,
it.
Oh, my mother.
He's a sick fuck.
Fucking God.
Yeah.
So this was a Sword and Scale episode. I didn't make note of the number because I didn't know if you
could probably Google David Renz Sword and Scale.
I'm lying. I'm lying.
Sorry, my
I took
under
a
boob
screenshot.
itches.
It's episode 242.
Yeah.
I forgot I did take a screenshot. It's so fucking bad. And then I Googled what he looks like, and he looks like a fucking monster. And
I don't think I Googled what he looked like.
That makes it so much worse. Oh, God. I had to see his face because they talked about him having a facial deformality. So I Googled his face. Oh, my fucking God.
I remember exactly this story.
Just, without giving it away, I was like, this probably takes the cake. And it's so bad because the victim
little girl
survived.
Is so helpful and like put together.
She really helped them catch him because
and she's little.
Yes, she was 10, and she was able to give details about his description and everything, his hair and stuff that got him immediately found like that night, like within just a couple hours or whatever of it happening. So she played a huge part in him being caught and prosecuted and all that. But I was listening to it like, oh my fucking God. Thank God Peez, she don't know what's going on. She's in her papad, and Bunny had in fucking AirPods because I don't even think I would have wanted her to hear that. She probably would have been like, can you turn this the fuck off?
Yeah.
The kids can you put on what time do you want to get up in this pussy? And
yeah, for real.
Can you turn this off and put Suki back on? Because this shit, it's bad. It's so bad.
Yeah, the girls aren't into true crime.
Yeah.
Naya will listen to my political podcast with me.
Yeah.
But I don't play the true crime with them.
I used to. I think I did. No, you know what I used to play is like, this really happened or something's wrong.
This actually, yeah.
I used to play those. And I remember Bunny kind of getting into those for a minute, but they weren't like this.
No.
You know, this is like, oh my fucking God. But yeah, this is probably the worst currently that I've ever heard.
The one I listened to the other day that I was like, oh my God, it's about, I'm trying to think what I listened to it on. It had to have been, fuck. I'll figure it out. No.
Chicken fried true crime.
Southern fried true crime. That's a good podcast, but it wasn't on that. It was either
chicken fried murder. What was it? Is that what I called it?
Chicken fried murder.
My brain.
Damn, I'll have to figure it out.
What's it about?
So, it's a girl. She has a daughter. She had been on and off drugs. She was on drugs at this point. Mm-hmm. She gets a boyfriend. They hang out with some friends. They have a really good time. They go to his parents' house and to stay the night. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I want to say well into her 20s. Mm-hmm. They hang out. They do drugs. His mom notices that the girl left late in the morning the next day. And then she notices that evening her son hasn't came upstairs because I guess he had the basement room downstairs. Mm. Bitch. This fucking bitch. Oh, they got high and I guess they were into some really
I think
shit.
I heard about this case. Oh yeah, I did.
She
I know where
decapitates him.
Yes.
She fucking takes body parts with her, and then she's like, no remorse. She's
kind of hot.
Ugh.
Did you see her in court?
Yes. But like, she has like no remorse. She laughs about it.
Yeah.
And she like,
didn't she like leave his head in a bucket or something?
Yep. Yeah. And the mom comes downstairs to look for her son. And she finds her son's head in the bucket.
If I go downstairs and I find Stinker's head in a bucket, I'm probably gonna just kill myself. I was just gonna say, I'm probably just gonna kill myself.
How do you get over that?
Right? Then you can't. You cannot. No amount of therapy is gonna help this wore out brain.
You can't get that vision out of your head.
No amount of electroshock, nothing is gonna help that for me.
No, the other day, I meant to tell this story and I didn't. I was driving in flip-flops and I knew there was traffic coming up on Highway 4. But you know the part where you go over the bump and your ass flies off, right?
The part you love so much?
Love it.
Yeah, I'm aware.
After that it's downhill for a minute, right?
Yes.
Well, I knew that. And then...
so you gun it?
No, I didn't. Thank God I didn't, though. And I knew there was going to be traffic up ahead, but I thought it was going to be like a little bit before my exit. Mm-hmm. Well, it actually started way sooner and like dead stopped.
I hate that.
And I had flip-flops on and my flip-flop got stuck on my gas pedal. And so after going over that bump, I'm going downhill, right? So I'm trying to get my flip-flop off and I see traffic dead stopped and I'm freaking out.
You better swerve.
Freaking out about...
That's how people drive through houses.
I look at... No, for real.
That's how it happens.
I look and I'm literally a fucking car length and a half from slamming these fucking people in the back full on. I mean, like 70 miles an hour. I would have killed myself. I would have killed that car full of people. There's no way any of us would have survived. At the last minute, I remembered I had another fucking leg. And I slammed on my brake and I hooked it to the left. And there wasn't even a full car width to fucking... I didn't stop until 5 cars down.
So you swerved around them?
I swerved around them.
And that's how far you
continued. There's a metal guardrail. There's like 2 feet of grass, dead grass. And then thank God for some reason all the cars were hugged on the right of that lane.
So you had room.
I didn't hit a car. I didn't like sideswipe a car. I did fuck up the side of my bumper in the back because of the metal guardrail, because I hugged the guardrail instead of these people's cars. I didn't want to injure anybody, but I was like,
wait, you didn't tell me you did that.
Yes. I'm like, I'm never so this morning after when I drove the girls to school, I took my flip-flops off in the car and drove barefoot. I'm never driving in flip-flops again.
I think it's illegal to drive barefoot.
Nope.
No, it's not.
It's another fucking pick a poppy, you go to jail.
What are these
You
myths?
also can drive with your over. Yeah, it's not illegal.
These are all lies.
Our parents fucking
These
lied.
are all the dome light, the poppies, and the barefoot driving.
In California, anyways, you can. But I will never fucking drive in flip-flops.
No.
That was terrifying.
No.
But I brought that up because for like 2 days afterward, I kept seeing the back of that car and thinking we're all gonna die. Like that kept popping in my head. So I can only imagine my child's head in a bucket. That would never leave my brain. It will never leave.
You're gonna see that every time you go anywhere.
And know that the person that did it like has no remorse, thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
Fucking
has some weird bitch calling her hot. She's not hot. I take that back. Like, no. She's not fucking hot. That was
I think people can be aesthetically nice looking with without like, you know,
being complimented.
Yeah, you can be like, that person's nice looking. They're a fucking like complete piece of shit.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's possible.
Another example of that, I listened to a few episodes of Sword and Scale on my way down and my way up. Podcasts are really the way to go when you're on road trips. It knocks the time out
so fast.
Hello Dysfunction is a great one for you guys to listen to.
That's my favorite.
That makes the time fly.
Yeah.
But no, the most recent ones that they put out, I listened to another one about a daughter that snapped and like did some crazy shit, and I googled her because I of course I got to know what they all look like. The mothers. Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
She's gorgeous.
Is she?
Yeah, she's really pretty.
The
and
one
I'm like,
that
you
has
fucking
a
bitch.
Stepdad?
Yes, and I'm like, you fucking bitch. But she made some comments about knowing how gorgeous she was, and I'm like, bitch, don't get crazy. You're not that. You're pretty. Getting carried away. You're pretty, but you're not that pretty. Like, you know,
she was a rotten little soul
from birth. It sounds like. Yeah, she needed her fucking ass whooped or something and didn't get it.
Her poor mom.
Yeah. But
and the stepdad, like, why didn't you do something?
Yeah, where were your balls? Like, why did you
in his throat for sure. Yeah.
What else?
You know, I was telling her before we started, I'm like, I only have one note.
Oh, what was it?
And my note is you know, I've been on my bug shit lately, right?
Here we go.
I love bugs. Well, I joined.
Suddenly you love bugs.
I do. I'm expanding from furry creatures.
This is so fucking new.
To insects. But, you know, I would never have a pet snake because I can't feed something, another critter.
Yeah.
But they are pretty fucking cool. And because we get a bunch of snakes in the area, it's good to know what kind, right? So I'm in 2 different snake identification groups, and they're very educational, right?
Yeah.
So
Are there any snakes that love vegetables? Produce?
No, but there are snakes that eat bugs.
That would be doable for me.
Same.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and check, but they're really cute too.
It's the feeding of the rodents that fucks it up for me. I can't.
I would love to have a snake if it ate slugs and
cantaloupe.
Shit. And even though I love bugs, I mean, like, I could handle that.
Yeah.
So the other day, a black mamba was posted, and you know, black mambas are found in Africa. They're very venomous. There's only been, so I'm reading about them because I wanted to know more about them because they're like one of the most deadly snakes. So I go and I see that only one person has survived a black mamba bite without anti-venom, which is like crazy.
Yeah, because isn't that one of those ones where you, I've seen some bites. You'll immediately like turn into a blister. Like
they can become necrotic.
Yeah. Like immediately your shit will just turn into a big
you start
black
sweating, fever,
ball
vomiting.
Of water. Like yeah.
So black mamba is one of the most venomous. I see that one person has survived
And what happened?
Guess who it is?
Who?
One person survived without antivenom.
It's a known person?
Bitch, Mark Laita from Soft White Underbelly.
No, it's not. He's lying.
Well, you know how he's a photographer, right?
Yeah.
He was making a book called Serpentine, and he was photographing different snakes. Mm-hmm. And what happened is,
he's the only known person in the world. Why isn't he
survive without antivenom?
Yeah. Why isn't he telling that story more instead of exploiting everyone?
Why don't
you tell your own story?
Because it's a good story.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I'll tell you why. He probably doesn't. So, for those that don't know, when people own like venomous, dangerous snakes, they're referred to as HOTS, right? HOTS. HOTS.
The owners are?
No, the venomous snakes are referred to as HOTS.
I'm a HOTS owner.
Yeah. Like I have HOTS, shit like that. So
don't have snakes.
The owner, right? The owner of this black mamba that brought the snake to the studio to be photographed. Mm-hmm. What happened was, I guess Mark was standing up trying to taking photos, and
did it strike?
The owner went to grab him with the metal hook he gets him with, but he accidentally grabbed this cord that was next to the snake instead, and it scared the snake, and he bit Mark's leg, like in the front of the shin area. And Mark Laita happened to get a photo exactly when, because he was taking a bunch, like, when it takes like fucking hundreds
Thousands,
at a time.
Yeah.
It got a photo of the snake biting him, right? And I don't know why he didn't go get antivenom.
Yeah.
I don't. They think the reason he survived without the antivenom is that it was a dry bite, that the snake didn't release the venom when he bit him.
Okay.
But Mark had said, something about how he didn't want people to think that he was just, because someone had said, oh, this was intentionally set up. Mm-hmm. And he was like, it's really not. It really wasn't. Explained what happened and was like, that's one of the reasons I don't like talking about it, is because I don't want people to think we were in here just being fucking reckless, because that's not what happened.
Yeah.
But I thought it was crazy. Out of all the fucking people, him.
Wow.
And so he still included the photo of the black mamba snake in the book Serpentine. So it's a photo book of snakes. But I thought that was fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know why I would have been like, we're stopping this whole thing. I have to go to the hospital. I don't want to risk it.
Yeah. Did he not go?
No.
And he just was like, I guess I'm fine.
A wing and a prayer, I guess. I don't know.
Well, he's a homophobe and a transphobe and an overall piece of shit, come to find out. So maybe it should have got him, and he should have lost his leg.
Is he?
Yeah, his one of his assistants, who I don't know if they were dating
felt iffy
or what.
About him and what he does.
We talked about him like years ago when we first started like watching his episodes, and we were like,
and I get he gives back sometimes,
mixed feelings.
But like,
yeah, at first we were against it because we were like, this is very exploitive, and then we were like, oh, but is he helping these people? And then it was like, oh, but then no, he is an asshole. And, like, I've gone back and forth about him a lot.
Yeah,
but this assistant that he had, for whatever reason, she leaked phone calls and like messages and shit from him when she stopped working with him. And it was him basically talking hella shit about mentally ill people and being homophobic and transphobic and saying like those people and like talking like what do you expect from those people and like talking very
derogatory.
Yeah, it was very shitty. You can probably Google it and hear the
and you make
still hear
all
the audio.
This money off those people.
So she locked him out of his accounts and she posted it from his profile.
Oh,
and
shit.
that was how I saw it and heard it and posted it on the story and everything. And he didn't get back into his accounts until like, a few days later. So it was up for a minute. And I was just like, wow, like I had bad vibes from him. And so now, like, I think I might still be subscribed on YouTube, but I never watch like the videos anymore because I'm just like, I don't, he was getting millions at one point off of that shit. And while he did help a lot of people, he was also a trick and got played by one of the
profited so much more
compared to what he gave back. Exactly. Like,
and he grew up very privileged. He had a very privileged fucking life.
The people that he did help out, like I know he helped out, you know, some more than others. I mean, it's very tricky, you know, there's layers, and, you know, you don't want to, I mean, you can't just hand like a full-blown drug addict that $10,000 and be like, go get a house.
And you can't make somebody get help if they don't want it.
Right.
You know, but I don't know, you could house them for a while, put them in a hotel, motel. Like, I don't know, buy them food. There's
just hearing
set of
the
trust.
way,
I don't fucking know.
Hearing the way he talked about the people, though, is like, it was disgusting.
Infuriating.
Yeah, it was very fucking disgusting. Like, these are the people that you wouldn't be anybody without these people, you know, like without their stories to tell, not your stories to tell. These are their stories to tell. I don't know.
That's fucking infuriating.
Yeah. So he should have got a real snake bite instead of just the one.
Damn.
A dry bite. He shouldn't have got a dry bite.
That's fucking gross. He's gross.
You know who else is gross? And I didn't know this, but Drea De Matteo, you know, from Sopranos, Drea, the hot one. Who was her character?
I don't know.
It was the nephew's girlfriend.
Will's probably scream it when he's listening.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you guys know who she is. She was the nephew's girlfriend on the show.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Yeah, she's very beautiful. But I read that she joined OnlyFans, and now she has an OnlyFans and all this. And I was like, oh, that's hella cool, right? And
great.
The further I read, it was about her losing acting jobs because she was anti-vax and refused to vaccinate. And so a lot of it is her promotion of the anti-vax movement and her
on
stance.
OnlyFans?
And no, well, her stance, like the stories that she's telling to promote the OnlyFans. And I mean, I'm sure it probably works because that community seems to stick together so much. But she's like, yeah, I had to do this. She put to feed my family. So I had to do this because I couldn't make money anymore because, you know, I refused to vax.
You know,
and I'm like,
wild?
Girl, fuck you. Shut up.
You know what's wild is
just like, make your OnlyFans and go.
Shut up. Stop talking about it. To each their own. It's not mandated anymore. Like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Stop.
I don't know. I'm just like,
because here's the thing. It doesn't just stop at anti-vax. It's like conspiracy after conspiracy. It's like denial of science, denial of more than just like the vax. Science and research.
It's
just
denial
like
of mask wearing.
It jumps into Trump territory. It's like
QAnon. It turns
connected.
into QAnon shit. It branches into other shit. That's the problem.
Yes, Stevie.
Like I saw somebody yesterday on Twitter talking about, well, doctors and nurses in hospitals don't even wear masks, so there's that. And I'm like, come the fuck on. Like, that's just common ass sense. Fuck COVID. If COVID never existed, like, I would still want to wear a barrier to prevent germs if I'm you know what I mean? Like, and doctors and nurses build resistance from being in hospitals, and like, it just pissed me off reading that.
I just recently, when I went to Kaiser last time, all the doctors and nurses I dealt with had masks on.
This can't be a California person. I think this is an out of state person that was saying it, because anybody in California knows here, even if you go to urgent care or anything, they're wearing masks.
For sure.
Yeah. If I go to Peez doctor's appointment at her fucking pediatrician office, they're wearing masks.
For sure. A big QAnon fucking person is a woman named Lauren Bobart. Okay.
She sounds like an asshole.
She's a fucking big QAnoner. She's one of these that's very right-wing, preaches about decency, and she's very pro-life and very fucking plays the role, right? Mm-hmm. Well, recently she was caught at a Beetlejuice play.
Oh, is she the one getting her tits massaged?
And fucking giving her dude a handy and shit.
Oh, yeah.
But bitch, you're a hypocrite. You're a fucking hypocrite.
What about decency?
Oh, yeah. And decency and modesty and fucking being a good human.
I like public play. So I'm all for it.
Same, but don't sit up here.
Don't preach that decency shit.
And pretend you're this fucking high and mighty church going fucking cunt. Whole time you're getting your nipples flicked fucking
in front of whoever. Yeah.
Yeah, in front of Lydia.
I saw that and I was like, oh, go girl, go ahead.
Oh, she's a fucking complete nutbag.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. The
Girl,
video,
you could just
the
go look
footage
up,
made me happy.
Like during.
I thought she was a slut. Like, you know.
Fuck no.
An open
She's a
slut. I didn't know she was a judgy slut.
A judgy.
Don't be a judgy
nutbag pro-life one.
Yeah. No, we don't do that.
Right.
No. Do what you want with your body.
I hope she wound up knocked up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not that's not like wishing.
And doesn't want any more kids and wound up knocked up. That's what I hope for her.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
That footage was good footage.
Yeah, she's fucking batshit. She like screams during fucking
she's
like,
a representative,
meetings.
Right? She's a
oh my god, yeah.
She's a house rep.
Yep.
For who?
Hell. I'll tell you.
She's a house rep for hell.
I'll tell you right now. I just listen to her shenanigans and I'm just like, oh my god, shut up. Oh.
Just be slutty and be happy. You got my support. Don't be judgy.
Don't be judgy.
Yeah. Don't talk about decency. We don't want to hear that.
Okay. She's oh god, poor Colorado.
Oh, is she house rep for Colorado?
Lauren Opal Bobart.
Nobody needed to know her middle name.
Opal. Damn, she's old. She was born in 86. But anyways, she's an American politician, businesswoman, gun rights activist, pro-lifer, serving as the U.S. representative for Colorado's 3rd Congressional District. And she likes getting her tits rubbed.
In public settings.
And likes to play the role. Same. Don't act like you're not a dirtbag.
Yeah. Own it.
For sure.
All right. I have some write-ins. This time I have some write-ins.
Speaking of dirtbags, do you guys see my shirt? It's
I'm
Brittany.
done with her. She's fucking so done with her.
It's Brittany, bitch.
Okay. Hey, ladies. I'm just writing in to say thank you for all the laughs you bring to us listeners this far. I've been following Pat since the days of Twitter. I'm back on Twitter, guys.
On X.
For now, until they fucking charge.
They're going to start charging.
If they do, I'm out.
Because you know Elon Musk is so poor, he needs the money.
Right.
That's another one.
Yeah. Well,
stand.
For now, I'm on Twitter.
Yeah.
Actually, what made me follow her in the first place was a tweet that she put out saying her pussy was so fat it basically stands out.
What a way to be remembered, bitch.
You're interrupting me.
You're disgusting.
Actually,
I love you.
What made me follow her in the first place was a tweet that she put out saying her pussy was so fat it basically stands out like a fist bump. Something like that, LOL. I don't even remember that. Sounds about right.
Oh, God, I love you.
Anywho, this podcast has been with me when I started a new career and moved to the city in 2018, becoming part of the Dead Dad Club in 2019.
I love you.
Getting married to my soulmate in 2020. Finally being able to have a wedding reception in 2021, and then beginning our IVF journey in 2022, and finally, laughing my fucking ass off, delivering a healthy baby girl in 2023.
Congratulations.
Good steps. Every year you've taken strides. I like that. Thank you for being there every step of the way, and thank you for being a voice for us all. And by all, I mean the mentally fucking ill. All right, let me wrap this shit up because I'm long-winded as fuck. Love you both. Can't thank you enough.
Oh, I love that.
You.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. That's cool.
Damn.
Okay. Hello, beautiful women. That's for me. My write-in is for a birthday shout-out request. My amazing cousin Anali, who's actually my niece by Mexican standards, has a birthday, and I'd love to wish her a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Anna. Cheers to you, and may we continue to laugh at our dysfunction until we're both senile. Anali, I love you, and I enjoy your birthday subscription to the Hello Dysfunction Patreon.
Oh, welcome to the clubhouse.
Love, Ruby. P.S. This woman rides hard for y'all. I'll write in some crazy stories another time. This one's for Anna. Oh, happy birthday, Anna.
Happy birthday.
And Ruby. That's such a cute gift idea. I love that.
Great gift idea. Give us as gifts.
To everyone you know. Here's another one. I love you girls. Where's the merch? I actually, we're planning some merch now, so we'll have some pretty soon.
Yes.
My daughter introduced me to your podcast. We were able to bond over your podcast, and I want to get us matching merch. We are attending your next show and want to get matching DL ink because of you guys. What's DL ink? I was trying to figure that out. Want to get matching DL ink. Write us and tell us what that is, please. Thank you for letting me be dysfunctional and embrace it rather than be embarrassed. That's really our goal.
I love that. Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, here's another one. Hi, aunties. I know who this is from. I just wanted to say thank you so much for being such a solid support for my mental health. At the live show, me and Pat talked about some relationship advice because I'm a dancer, and her words were, insecure men cannot handle strong, independent women.
Nope.
So tell him you're not quitting, and this is how you make your income to live, and if he can't handle that, then you need to leave. That's toxic.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact words said, but that was a good summary. Well, Pat, I took your advice, and now I'm a single, independent boss babe again. My light shines so much stronger now more than ever, and I wanted to thank you for that. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to go to another event. Much love, Pixie.
I knew it.
Pixie, I am proud of you.
Pixie.
And that ain't no loss. That was a gain for you. So you gained some peace, and you're an independent boss babe again. And that's just what it is.
And especially if you were doing it when he met you.
And that was my first question. Like, is this something you jumped into after the fact? Absolutely not. This is something you were already doing.
Right.
So he needs to be secure. Anybody you need to be with, they need to be secure and let you make your fucking money.
Seriously.
Or don't jump into a relationship with me. Or you have to go. Yeah. So I'm glad. This is such great news. That's the kind of update I want.
I love it. I have one. Okay. Well, I have a few over here, but...
Okay.
Hello, my beautiful nieces. I want to wish my beautiful daughter, Fanice Hawkins, a wonderful birthday that was on September 12th. If you remember, Fanice wrote in to wish her mom a happy birthday.
Yeah, I remember that.
I believe
September 12th is a birthday for so many fucking people.
Yeah, is it?
It is. It really is. I'm not going to name them because they don't deserve it. But
right.
The people that I'm thinking of. But yeah, there's a lot of birthdays on that day.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a crazy day.
I believe you are familiar with our family. I am. Fanice is a spectacular single mother of two.
I love that.
They too may be familiar with. We ensure they get birthday shout outs. However, they are just too young to listen to the show. They see the dysfunction in our family. That is enough.
No.
Fanice was a product of parental domestic violence. She grew up seeing me get my ass beat for years.
No.
I did get a few shots in here and there.
Oh, it'd be like that sometimes.
Fanice, I don't know if I want to read all this, but...
you can omit what you need to.
Yeah. Fanice knew the minute she walked down the aisle she was making a mistake. She married on her favorite holiday, 4/20, and was separated by July 4th. I envy her so much for breaking the cycle and not making this a lifetime and repeat offense to herself and her children. Good. I wish I had the courage she had at her age. She is so strong, and as her mom, I'm so very proud of her.
Good.
Fanice was supposed to be my last child, but she had a brother 7 years later. She got me to listen to the show with my ADD. I had to start at the beginning, but I turned my coworkers onto the show and told them to start at episode 111 as you suggested. Fanice is an amazing mom and godsend of a daughter. I am blessed to have her. Since none of her siblings listen to the show, she is my favorite.
Oh, I'm glad y'all can share that.
Happy birthday, baby girl, with all my love, Mom.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
I love
Fanice.
that.
You are kick-ass.
I don't know if you saw the meme that I sent the Hello Dysfunction DM today, but I reposted it too. And it was like, I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's like a white guy and they put him with different backgrounds and different scenarios. And he's like, I didn't fucking do that. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. I'm done. I don't want to hear that shit. Anyway,
yes.
it says my mom when I try to bring up like the trauma she put me through. He's like, I don't want to hear that. I didn't do that shit. I'm done. I'm gone. I don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Dude. Yeah, I fucking responded. I was like, I laugh reacted it, but then I was like, I wanted to both laugh react and cry react it. You know, like, fuck.
Yeah. So when I hear good, healthy, close mother-daughter relationships. Acknowledgement. Yeah, it's nice. Absolutely. It's nice to hear.
It is.
Must be nice.
Must be nice to be God's favorites.
Yeah. Yep.
Just kidding. Okay. Hey, ladies, may I please request a late birthday shout out? My birthday was 9/14, and I'm late because I waited to see if my man would write in. And after listening to the new episode just now, guess what?
Dump him.
He didn't. As a result, I'm single now. Just kidding.
I'm like, girl, you already know what I'm going to say. Dump him.
But really, I am proud of how far I've come, so I wanted to show myself some love.
Good.
I just turned 32, and I am manifesting that this be my wettest and wealthiest year yet. It's going to happen.
Yes.
I'll leave it at that. Thank you, Jaja Gabor.
I love it. 30s are great. You're going to have a great time.
Love it. Mm-hmm. P.S. Just kidding, there's more. Did you think I was going to write in and not shout out how dope you guys are? You are both lovely, hilarious, and intelligent women that shine through on every episode.
Thank
you.
The
commentary you both bring to any topic at hand is incredible, always delivered with sincerity, humor, and a bit of razzle-dazzle.
Thank you.
Okay, and then so a listener wrote, DM'd and said, I had a dream I gave Patafria a back rub. You guys picked me up in a busted ass bucket, the roof peeling, cigarette burns everywhere, laughed my ass off. There was only half of a broken steering wheel, and it was near the gear shifter for some reason. But she was mobbing it like a pro.
Oh, I was driving.
You were driving.
Okay.
I guess I was burning holes everywhere.
What?
I was so shocked because I knew this bitch had money but didn't give a fuck about anybody's opinions.
Ever.
Started complaining about her back hurting, and I offered to give her a massage.
Thank you.
I was ecstatic and so honored when she let me laugh my ass off. This was after listening to an episode in the 60s where she mentioned her back tattoos. LOL. Just thought I'd tell you. Love y'all.
I love your brain. Your brain went on a wild ride after that one. That's funny.
Right. I thought that was funny.
Let me see if one of the other ones I have is a question, because it could be.
Okay.
No.
Daddy's hands were soft and kind when I was crying. Daddy's hands.
Can you shut up?
You want to know a fun fact?
What?
That song was played at the first funeral I ever went to when I was like 6, 7.
Your brain.
Becky's day
Turn
died.
It off.
Her grandpa.
Turn it the fuck off.
So every time that song comes on, you know, like wherever, I immediately go back to his funeral.
Okay, this one.
I'm gonna just take my feet off. It doesn't work well.
I'm watching it come further.
It like goes
further towards me.
Every time I try to like press my feet harder, it's just not fucking working. Fuck.
I don't think this is a question, but it looks nice, so I'm gonna read it. Okay. I just want to start off by saying that I love y'all so much. Hold on, I'm slouching.
Thank you.
And I'd be looking like fucking Jabba the Hutt.
You do not,
All
but
right.
Okay.
I've been following Pat on numerous accounts she's had via Twitter. Shout out Twitter. Found her back in 2011 by a tattoo she posted that said Mook Life. That was not me. I don't have a tattoo that says Mook Life, but Ski Mask Boris used to be affiliated with them, who is a friend of mine, so it's very possible that I reposted him or his people. Okay. Instantly fell in love. My name is Alyssa. I'm 29 from San Antonio, Texas, and I remember the day y'all released the first episode.
Oh my God.
My life was instantly changed.
I think we recorded like October 18th or something.
Weirdo.
Of 2018.
Never knew my young ass related to women in such a strong way.
Oh.
From the trailer trash to the street kid. Y'all's lives made me heal because it makes me encouraged to know I'm not the only one out there like this. Dysfunctional as fuck, first daughter / granddaughter of the family. We have that in common too.
Yeah.
That had to and still feel like I have to rough everyone up. Thank y'all so much for your content. I am and will continue to spread the word about your podcast because nothing like this makes me feel whole. Y'all are amazing women, so inspiring to the point I'd call y'all my heroes. Oh my God,
don't make me cry. We cried last episode.
So much more gratitude I would love to express, but I know Crystal will cry, so I'm not trying to do that. I'm a Leo and my mom's a Gemini. We're best friends. We get y'all so well. With love, Alyssa from Texas.
Oh, God.
P.S. Can't wait to make it out one day to meet y'all. And also, thank y'all so much. Love you forever. Hope this message reaches y'all with the greatest spirits. Thank you.
What a wonderful write-in.
That was a nice write-in.
So kind.
Thank you, Alyssa, and your mom.
We love you guys. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Wow. I just pulled this one. Hey, Potafree and Crystal. It would really make my day if this got read in an episode, as I've been a huge fan since 2020. And by that, I mean you're the only show I listen to. LOL.
I love that.
I know it's been said by other listeners, but I'll just say it again. HD is such an important show and resource for people. Growing up, I always felt weird and different, that everyone else in the world is normal and that I always felt alone. Listening to your show and the stories you've told have helped me understand my family dysfunction and learn that everybody has trauma. Some are just better at masking it.
Yes.
Some hours ago, I got a call from my mom telling me that my childhood dog has organ failure and may need to be put down in the coming days. And then it sunk in, after I was already sobbing, that she has cancer. Thanks, Mom, in parentheses. Once I composed myself hours later, I thought, wow, this is such a Hello Dysfunction event, and decided to write in for the first time to make myself feel a little better. I've had probably the worst year of my life: dog dying, mom cancer, car accident, and my dad being hospitalized from a very near-death experience on top of all the other bullshit. It's kind of crazy how listening to other people's dysfunction can be so comforting. It's almost scary how many times I've been listening and thought, yep, something like that has happened to me. From the family secrets, tweaker cousins, and how fucked up shit always seems to find me. To wrap things up, I want to thank you for your contagious humor. Younger me would have never started cracking jokes with my roommates who don't think it's funny. When a group of men tried breaking into our apartment at 3 a.m. with a screwdriver.
I'm very glad you could laugh at that. I'm very happy.
Because after we were scared, we definitely would have cracked jokes.
Definitely. Fuck.
And maybe it's my will to live slowly fading away.
Right.
No, for real.
No, for real. I was telling a story the other day.
So hard to this
I was telling a story the other day, and it was about something, and I was like, at that point, I would just lay down and be like, "Take me,
take
like,
me, God."
Yeah, I'm not fighting that to survive. Like, it was something so hard that, like, no, my will to live is not that strong
it's already
anymore.
Stretched, pretty thin.
It's not that strong anymore.
Maybe it's my will to live slowly fading away, but I like to think that it's the show that helped me make me the way I am.
Good.
I really hope this made sense and I don't overshare too much.
Good girl.
Maybe I'll write in and tell my own dysfunctional family stories. There's a lot. Please do.
Please do.
Anyways, love you both and the show, and please continue doing what you do best. Kate.
Yes. We'll try.
Thank you so much. If our will to live continues.
Right. If we're still here, we'll do it.
As long as we're here, we'll do it. That was a great fucking last few sentences, man. How we both laugh at the 3 a.m. break-in.
With the screwdriver. No one was concerned at all.
Her roommates are like, this isn't fucking funny at all. She's like, what if he pulled his dick out and shook it in your face?
Right, yes. Yeah, my first instinct was to die laughing. Thank you.
Same. Especially because the roommates are not amused.
Yeah, they don't think it's funny. That makes it funnier.
For sure. You guys go subscribe to YouTube.
Please. I keep forgetting to promote it.
Do it from your mom's phone.
Please, everyone. Your kids' devices, your fucking...
dad's phone.
Ask to use your coworker's phone real quick.
Your boss.
Yeah. Subscribe everywhere. Please.
Yep. And share us. The reviews are great. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
And that's it.
That's it.
Suck it easy.
Go to bed.
Oh, just kidding. You should also go join Patreon.
Yes.
Because there's videos and fun stuff there too.
Yes.
Okay, now suck it easy.
Okay, go to bed.